Hi guys, Derek here again with another auction walk-around video, and I know you guys love these videos, but we don't come down to the auction very often in order to shoot these videos, so hope you'll enjoy this one. We've got a couple of Type 2 split windows, Safari windows on this one over here, and so that means that you can open them, and that's cool. This one's got a whole bunch of windows. I didn't count them, but it's either 21 or 23. This is something really cool. It's a Celica. I believe this one is an R32? No, I'm not too sure. It says on the auction sheet there's a 2-liter engine, and we can't open the hood of this one to see what it is. But 2-liter engine, I believe the 2-liter that came in these is the 18RG, which is a twin cam, fairly sporty engine. Much different from the 8R, 18R, and 20R, 22R. Got Bentley here. This one's kind of neat for me because this is a first generation Celica Supra, but the Celica Supra was for the first and second generations, they were just a long version of the Celica that had an inline 6-cylinder instead of the 4-cylinder. Here in Japan, these are ultra rare, almost unheard of, and so kind of neat. See, it says Celica here. Actually, they're called Celica XX here, so you didn't get the Supra name until, I believe, the Mark II. I'm not too sure, but I actually I used to have one of these, the Celica version, but mine wasn't the liftback. The liftback's ugly, but it wasn't the same color. Station wagon with big fat tires on the back. What size is that? I can't even see. It's got engine inside. This one is something. This one is something. These are the cars that I don't care about. Okay, let's get out of this section. The section over here is more fun anyway. And actually, the auction today is pretty good, but this section here is usually full of better cars than what we see here today. A little bit on the boring side, but there are some gems. Let's see what we can find. Super dirty van. What's going on with that? Almost looks like it's supposed to be like that. Black. Okay, Altezza here with the Beams 3S engine plus turbo for all you people that want 4 PSI of boost. Probably get about 250 horsepower out of that. You don't get a lot more with the turbo. Stock they come with 240, pardon me. So I guess 250 is a little bit unreasonable. 280 maybe? I don't know. Speaking of Altezzas, Tom's made a stock turbo version of the Altezza, and it came with 280, and so probably that's a good guess. TRD. Okay, we have super pink body kit R32. Not in particularly good condition like many of the R32s. I don't think that there's anything except for the stock engine in here. And here at the auction you can start the engines. Oh, this is stuck. There we go. Okay, so RB20 engine. You have front mount intercooler. Basically that's it. Oh, those hoods are so heavy compared to the GTR ones. Daihatsu something, Suzuki something. Okay. Drift Spec S13 with super tail lights. Look at that. So the person who originally bought this probably thought those tail lights are so cool. I like the custom body work to remove the spoiler. Looks like they used a putty knife and then just left it on there as is. No sanding. And drift tape. You know what's funny? Some people actually think that it's cool to have a car that's in rough, terrible condition like this. Vent. SR20 with turbo. Not much modified. Pretty wild Civic here. So we were joking here about how this Civic is so much like what you would see in the US with the way that those wheels are put on, the paint on it. It's got USDM front bumper on it. Cool vents. Graffiti. Instant cool. This is street cred. Look at this. Unnecessary, but sure. That matches on the other side. Okay, then Espace. Renault Espace. Which, after watching the Top Gear on it, it actually looks pretty cool because these windows are huge. Plus, when you roll them down, you get B-pillarless action there. And so it's almost like 2 meters of window. Plus the whole roof also goes, retracts. Okay, these ones are boring cars. Lots of vans here in this section. High ace, high ace, high ace, high ace. Not an awful lot to see there. Really big wheels on the oh my gosh, it's been such a long time since I've even thought about these cars. I forgot what they're called. They used to be pretty popular here in the States. Not in the States. I'm not in the States. This is Japan. 300C, right? Chrysler. They actually come here in a station wagon form that's the same as the Magnum, but they have the front end of the 300 on it. And almost every one that you see here will have these giant bling wheels on it. What's this, a Blazer? That's big. With 2 steering dampers. Actually, it is pretty cool. Big tires on there. Difficult to get in. Door of it closes not very well. Okay, that was really weird. I wonder if YouTube's going to get angry for me showing that. I've never actually seen an old man peeing against this fence at an auction, but apparently, as you could see, that does happen here. Okay, so this one here is high ace and super modified rear wing, custom paint, custom taillights, exhaust, giant wheels, and inside has a hangout place. Table and seats, and full custom roof. Now, unfortunately, they didn't make the roof tall enough so that when you're sitting down here, your head hits the top. And then it does turn into a bed too if you want. Alfa Romeo. I'm not very happy about Alfa Romeos right now. There's one at the port that won't start right now, and it's such a stupid reason why it won't start. it's got a code in it that the code doesn't match the computer, like the microchip in the key. Frustrating. V350 Mercedes. Oh, can't open it. It's up to the seller if they want to leave the keys in it or not. Looks like lots of German cars here. The V350 is actually a car that I was considering getting when we wanted to get a van, but I decided against it because they're not particularly reliable. S4 wagon. Golf wagon. A180. MGB over here. Mitsubishi Jeep. There is a section up from here that has a bunch of sports cars. I didn't take a video there, unfortunately. Maybe I will next time, but when you're underneath, you don't get very good visibility, and it doesn't take very good videos, and so it's better to get them outside if possible. Anyways, that's going to be the end of the video here, so hope you enjoyed it. Oh, look down there, there's a Testarossa. Camera doesn't want to focus all the way over there. I'll go take a peek. Hello, Toyota. There's an old Celica sign here. Celica. I always get in trouble from Americans who say you're mispronouncing it. It's not Celica, it's Celica. It's funny because in Canada everybody just says Celica. Growing up, I never knew if it was right or wrong. If you want to pronounce it the Japanese way, though, it would be Celica. You can't mispronounce Japanese words because the entire alphabet is phonetic. And so, as long as you can read it, you can pronounce it properly. Testarossa. Some Ferrari stuff. Those guys checking it out. There's a couple of fun cars up here. The European cars are so popular here in Japan. They're just everywhere. These Cayennes are really big in my area. So are Panameras. MG wagon. What's this orange thing? It's a Renault Kangoo. You can get a Kangoo with a really cool roof, I've seen. Aston Martin. These ones here are the expensive ones. As much as Doug DeMuro doesn't like his Aston Martin, I still want to have one. Just because of the looks. As long as you can accept the fact that it's going to break down and it's going to be expensive when it breaks down, you have to admit they are a really nice looking car. If you're buying a car like this, the looks of it are so much more important, in my opinion. GTR, that's big exhaust. I don't know how to tell the difference between all the different models of the GTRs. Except for like halfway through they got LED front lights. This one looks like it's got different headlights. I think this one might be one of the newest ones. Let's see what it says on the auction sheet. Pure Edition. I don't even know what that means. S-Class. More S-Class. I don't know why this one's here. G-Wagon. They're everywhere in Japan. Rolls-Royce. These cars are giant in person. It's so weird because, you know, Bentley is saying, we want to make an SUV. This is basically like an SUV. Like, you always think that this is a car-like, and this is truck-like. The roof is not really that much different. This car's almost as tall as I am. Okay, we'll just go through these ones over here, and then that's going to be the end of the video. Weird Citroen thing. Citroen. That's a D5, is it? Let's see. C3. Shows how much I know about Citroens. Not very much. We have never sold one. Very small interest in Citroens from Japan. Here's an Alpina E46. A lot of people ask me how much the Alpinas cost here. It's really difficult to tell because there are so many different models and each one has its own value. And so the rarity of the car, as well as the, I guess, the level, because they'll have like a 3 Series with a medium engine, high power performance engine, super high performance engine, and so, and then they're all going to be called like a B, B3, B5, B8, 3.3, 3.5. It would take a lot of practice to learn all of the Alpina models and how much they're all worth. In general, the Alpinas are a good value here in Japan, especially if you get one with higher mileage. And what's nice is a lot of people take good care of their Alpinas here because they're really expensive cars. Nice wheels on this one. Carbon fiber front lip. Okay, so we are all done now. So that's going to be the end of the video. We're just going to get a cameo appearance of my customer over here, as well as my new staff, Paul. Let's see if we can zoom in without them noticing. You're not supposed to notice. Pretend like you're not noticing.
That way. Casual Westerners. Sorry. I still don't notice. Still don't notice. Is Derek filming for the channel?
This is Paul.
We've seen where Derek lives.
I haven't seen that guy forever.
He's so busy all the time.
So funny. All right, thanks a lot for watching and have a nice one.